my live. We're gonna get real glammed up today. I got my yellow on, little fun flirty outfit. So we're gonna curl my hair, and it's a giveaway. So if you guys have never been on one of my Lange giveaways before, basically you just hang out with me, we'll get ready, and you can comment, like, and share this video. Once you've done all three, you are entered to win a lay clip. That is the tool that we're using today. So this is the lay clip 32 millimeter. There's also a lay clip 25 millimeter. I'll show you the size difference between the two, but I'll give everyone a little bit of some time to jump on, and we'll prep my hair for heat. So I'm going to use the Tourmaline. It is a heat and humidity tamer. So anytime before I style my hair, you're going to always see me do this step in my tutorial videos. It just helps to spare your hair from excess heat. So spritzing everywhere. I'll spritz up here too. We're gonna have Lange on the live today. So if you guys have any questions for me or for Lange about tools, about products, let me know. And if I miss it, Lange will answer you. And then they'll be the ones, hey Bridget, they'll be the ones kind of taking care of the giveaway today. Happy Monday. So make sure once you hop in, just do those three things: like, comment, and share, and then that way you're already entered in to win. And then once we hit the 100 shares, Lange will comment the winner. And if I'm paying enough attention, I will shout it out. Last time I was on here, I saw that there was a winner and I totally missed who it was, what it was. You know, multitasking, one of those things. Hi, you guys. If you're jumping on with me, hanging with me, say hello. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me if you guys have used the lay clip before. So I'm going to be doing my tutorial with the lay clip 32 millimeters, so it's the larger of the two sizes. So let me know. Hey Tara, let me know if you have it, if you've used it, if you want it. So I just prepped with Tourmaline. I have a lot of fine hair, so thick hair, but the strands are fine. I have a little bit of texture to my hair, so my hair texture, if I dry it out of the shower, is going to be like somewhat like a braid. It's kind of crimpy, wavy, inconsistent like that. So my hair does like to hold a curl, which is nice for styling, but this tool is good for really all hair types, you guys. So if you have shoulder length, shorter, longer than mine, it's like one of my favorite tools ever. So lay clip, you guys, here's a little rundown. Power button. This dial is going to set your temp. So all you do is kind of glide it to whatever temperature you want. It goes all the way up to 400. I had mine set at 360. I feel like the cool thing about this one is, so if I use it today at 360, the next time I turn it off and back on, it'll auto set to that preferred temperature that I last used it at. So I feel like that's cool. It'll then lock. Let me see if I can get no glare. See the little lock icon? It locks after 5 seconds of you picking a temperature, because obviously your hand might like accidentally swipe it while you're styling. It's just a dial. So it locks your temperature in after 5 seconds, but all you need to do is spin that dial a few times, and then it kind of does the unlock. So we'll go 360. We'll just give it a second. You'll see the little lock icon pop up. Oh, thank you, Roxy. Isn't this yellow set so fun? It's just bright. We're just bright today. We're going full glam. Yes, titanium. So this is a titanium curling iron. We have a few titanium wands with Lange, and this is their curling iron. So it has the clamp, which was highly, highly, highly requested. So I'm going to show you a few different ways that I actually use a curling iron, and maybe one of them will resonate with you. There's all sorts of ways, you guys, to use different tools, and it's just kind of up to you, like what you prefer. So One way is you can start at kind of the top of your hair strand and you can clamp and twist right at the root. And then using this little lever here, press it down and slowly glide the rest of that hair. See this little tail here is slowly getting wrapped into the barrel, and then I'll give you a really nice curl kind of from top to bottom. So I'm gonna do that technique a few times over on this layer. Maybe when we get to the next layer, I'll demo a different type of kind of way to use this tool. But so I clamped at the top, I rolled it all the way up to the root. Hey you guys, hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. It is a giveaway, you guys, so make sure to enter to win. And then what I do is I push the little thumb clamp here, and then I start to feed in the rest of the hair into the curl, and I'll let go. Amber, this curling iron is so good. They did not have a curling iron for the longest time, and it was so highly requested. And this one, like, they thought of everything. I will never be able to use another curling iron that'll live up to this one. I like love, love, love it. So starting at the top, and now I'm feeding the tail in. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm just pushing this little thumb lever here, and I'm just slowly continuing to wrap. By loosening it and twisting, it just kind of pulls the rest of the strand in. And then we'll let go for a beautiful curl. So if you want them to stay really bouncy like that, you don't need to do this part where I kind of stretch it out just a little bit with my hand. Otherwise, like, leave them nice and tight to let them cool. If you have hair that like doesn't hold a curl very easily, don't touch them until they are cool. So we'll start with this bottom layer. I always, if you guys have joined me in my other videos, I have a system to curl or style my hair every single time so that I don't miss any pieces. I get that question a lot, like, how do you do your hair and like not miss stuff in the back or whatever? So I always go in these little sections from the bottom of my head to the top, and then I always split the hair over my shoulders left and right. That way I know that nothing is being missed, and it's a method to the madness. And it honestly helps you when you have that little like system down. It honestly helps you to just like get ready faster because you kind of go into it knowing what you need to do. So I feel like that helps. And if you guys want to grab anything today, anything I talk about, any of the products, hair tools, brushes, I did pin my shopping link. So that shopping link is an exclusive shopping link that'll bring you to an up to 70% off sale. So it's in the comments. It should also be just like the caption for this live as well. So we're gonna go to the next section of hair. I'm using this Sienna paddle brush to brush out this next layer, you guys, and it already has heat protectant on it. So at the beginning of the video, we sprayed on our Tourmaline Ceramic. So again, next section of hair, I'm going to run my finger down the back, and then I pull all of the hair on the left or right side. So let's find, this is all the uncurled hair. You can start from the back, you can start from the front, it doesn't matter. Either one. I get that question all the time. Is there a reason why you do this, that, the other? No. Whatever works for you. If you want to start from the back or the front, it's all going to get curled the same. So whatever you feel like works best. So this technique is going to be a little bit different. For this layer, let's show how you can kind of traditionally, I feel like how most people use a curling iron, is clamping it at the bottom, leaving about an inch, maybe 2-inch tail, and then just winding it all the way to the top and hold for a few seconds. Yeah, Angela said she starts in the back. I know, I kind of feel like starting in the back maybe helps to not miss pieces, so I agree with you on that. That way I know I have like everything back here and I'm not missing anything. So I agree, but either one will work. Yeah, this is a good tool. This is, I mean, it's like super easy to use. I know my friends that when we get ready and curl our hair together, some of my friends are like, you know what, I don't like a wand. Like they're just not used to it. And it's not for them. So they're like, I just like a curling iron. That's just what I'm comfortable with. And so I know like if you've gotten a wand and you're just struggling with it and it's just not for you, definitely go with the lay clip curling iron here. I think it's a little bit more user-friendly. The curls in general are just different between the two too. A curling iron and a curling wand give you kind of different looking curls. Hey Leslie. Yeah, your daughter would love this. I think anyone would. It's so good. It's one of my favorites. Birthdays, you guys. Anniversaries. Just because. All of those are great reasons. So if you click that shopping link, you'll see the code under the lay curl. Make sure to pick the color and the size that you want. This is the larger of the two. This is 32. And then enter the code that's on the website for that big savings. And that's why I posted that exclusive link on this live. That'll bring you just straight to the secret sale page. Yes, make sure you guys are liking, commenting, sharing. You can share to a group. You can share to any pages you belong to. They all will count as a share. And when we get up to 100 shares, then we're going to do a giveaway. So again, collecting all of the hair that is straight. I always like to give it a few brush throughs just to make sure there's no tangles. And again, I'll start on the back with this one. Nice, Angela. Done, done, and done. So I don't know if you guys had a productive weekend. Jake and I are getting ready. I am doing an art festival this weekend. So we were getting ready, getting all of my canvases and paintings kind of in order. So we did that on Saturday. I did some last minute paintings for the art festival. That's, those of you who are new to my page, that's my full-time job. Is I went to school for art. I graduated with a Bachelor in Fine Arts, and then I've run an art company for 10 years. So I'm doing that coming up. And then we went to Costco yesterday. And the funny thing about Costco is, why does everything look normal size in store? And then you bring it home and put it in your cupboard or fridge and you're like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely too much. At least for Jake and I, it's just the two of us. So we went to Costco yesterday, you guys, and we bought, like, for example, we bought a box of pasta. We really like, can't think of what brand it is. It's in an orange box. We really like this chickpea pasta, and it's like high in protein and it's like a plant protein pasta. And so we realized that they had a box at Costco. So we're like, we should get this. Like, we eat this pretty often. We got home and it's like half the size of our cupboard, but it doesn't look big in the store. Like, I know it was bigger than, you know, a grocery store size, but it doesn't look that big because the store is so huge. But you bring it back to your house and you're like, oh my gosh, this is just ridiculous for the two of us. The other thing that looked normal in the store was, I don't know if you guys have ever gotten their spinach artichoke dip, but we're like, that sounds kind of good. Like, we could eat that with some bread or tortilla chips. And oh my gosh, it's so big now that it's in the fridge. I'm like, this would take us forever, just the two of us to eat. Oh my gosh. Anyways, we were laughing at that yesterday. All right, you guys, so that's another way to do it. You clip at the bottom and roll up. Okay, so I'll do that first technique in case you just joined. I'll do that on the next layer. So let's just alternate. You know, it's gonna give beautiful curls. There may be like slightly different ways to achieve the curl, but they're still gonna be curls. I always do them all in the same direction personally. But if you do have like fine hair, thin hair, you would maybe want to alternate the direction of your curl. That way they stack, give you a little bit more volume, okay? But I got enough with this lion's mane that I always go in the same direction. That just is helpful. So let's go to the next. Thank you, Leslie. Angela, you have a family of 6? Well, yeah, okay. Costco, then do you have 2 fridges? Like, I love the idea of a Sam's Club and a Costco, and I'm like, where do people put all of this? But we're not in a very big space, so that could be the difference. But a family of 6, then it makes a lot of sense. Definitely. Okay, pull down the next section of hair. So this is the method to our madness, you guys. When you get in this routine and get used to this, it's going to make getting ready so easy. Like, it's gonna be second nature. You're not gonna have to think that hard on it. Once you get these curls in, I'm telling you, a little bit of effort at the beginning of the week. I'm gonna wear these curls Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. These curls will last in your hair because it's a titanium barrel, okay? Cool tip, which is nice. So if you need to put your hand there for any stabilization, you can always touch the end. The barrel itself is titanium, so that is known for longer lasting curls. Comparison to like a ceramic barrel, titanium is gonna get your curls to last longer. So a little bit of effort at the beginning of the week and you'll get a few days worth out of your hair. Yes. So I'm gonna grab, I always go in and try to identify the strands that are not curled. So I'll grab this chunk here. This is all uncurled. It does have heat protectant on it already. So today I used the Tourmaline. It's a heat and humidity tamer. After I brush through, I'll grab just about an inch section in the very back here, and I'll work my way forward. Thank you all for sharing. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I got my bright colors on with nowhere to go. Might have to make Jake take me somewhere. We live in Minnesota, so we have a lot of lakes. So we've been going on little lake walk adventures lately, and there's a rose garden that's my favorite by one of the lakes, pretty close to our house. So maybe we'll go take a stroll in the rose garden. That sounds nice. That would be fitting for this bright yellow outfit, curly hair. So this is the second technique. This is the one, well, I guess this is the first technique I showed. So what you would do is you would clamp up towards the top of your root and you curl that, so twist your wrist to curl it so it's nice and tight up to your scalp. That way that curl is starting nice and high. And then once you've held it on there a little bit, what you're gonna do is you're gonna release the clamp and you're gonna start to feed this tail, you're gonna start to feed it into the barrel. So again, clamp loosening, and I'm just twisting and feeding that tail in little by little. And each time you'll see I curl it back up all the way tight to my scalp. This is often how a hairstylist curls your hair after an appointment. They do that technique. So to me, you can kind of see the difference actually. To me, that technique gives you a more consistent curl from top to bottom. So see, you have still a lot of volume right at the top versus that last technique, which would be this layer. Do you see how the top is a lot flatter and then you have the majority of the curl at the base? So that's the very slight difference between those two techniques. So clamping at the bottom, rolling all the way up is gonna give you a heavier curl at the bottom. This other one where you feed the tail through, it gives you kind of a more consistent curl throughout. So I'll show you that again. That's the way I usually see hairdressers do it. Yes. Thanks, Donna. I appreciate it. I hope my rambling makes a little bit of sense. All right, we'll clip at the top. I turn and twist so that it's nice and tight against my scalp. Okay, and then this is where I'm gonna start to feed the tail in. So I'm just opening the barrel, twisting, still feeding this tail in, opening the barrel, twisting all the way up, opening the barrel, twisting all the way up. I leave about an inch tail at the bottom, but you could curl all the way in. I like a little bit of that tail left out personally, but you can see, you'll get that curl all the way from the tippy top to the bottom. Thanks, Roxy. All right. So we're getting ready. So we're getting ready for that art show. We're also getting ready for a yard sale. Did any of you guys do a garage sale or yard sale this spring, summer? It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. So right now we're in the like gathering phase of all the items. So our garage down at our Airbnb is just full to the brim with things. That's half the battle, is like collecting all the things, and then pricing it is my least favorite thing to do because my husband thinks everything is worth $1 million. And I'm like, whatever, let's just give it away for free. So every single item, you guys, is a battle. It's a full on, like, he's like, let's list it for 20. I'm like, it's a garage sale. You cannot list that for $20. Retail, it's like 25. I'm like, that's not how a garage sale works, babe. And I'm like, let's list it for $1. He's like, oh my gosh, $1, no, we won't make anything. You know, it's a full-on battle. So I don't know why we put ourselves through this, but I get so much joy out of getting things out of my house. Like, it's honestly my favorite pastime is like filling up a garbage bag full of things and taking it out of my house. I don't know if you guys can relate, but when my hoarder of a husband is not looking, I'm like, bye, see you. Old video games, old shirts, random DVDs. And he doesn't even notice, you guys. That's the thing. Because he thinks he wants them. And I'm like, no, you won't even know that they're gone. I'm doing you a favor. Oh man. All right. Again, clipping right at the top. I take about an inch section. And I always curl away from my face. So on both sides of my head, the left or the right, I kind of twist in different directions because I want both sides to go away from my face. I just like that it opens up. It's a little more kind of face framing, and that way you don't get hair in your face all day. It just really opens it up and brightens your face. So I always go away. This technique is one where I feed the tail. So I'm just doing the clip, loosening the clip here, and then feeding that tail in as I twist and curl, nice and tight. So you'll see a curl like that will go all the way from the top to the bottom. All right. Angela, you're gonna have a yard sale too. Yeah, too much stuff, I know. Ours isn't until, I think it's like the end of August. So we're really early on getting ready for it, but I'm like, whatever. If we prep it now, it won't feel like so much work when it comes. But I cannot wait. Yes, yeah, exactly. Sell your stuff and then you go to other yard sales and buy more. I know, I'm that way too. I'm that way with like big items, so I cannot pass up an antique store or a garage sale, yard sale that has furniture. Any like antique furniture is my weakness, or any type of, sconce is not the word, I cannot think of the word, like candlestick. Any candlestick is not safe in my presence. Like I want it and I'm like, what am I gonna do with all these candlesticks? I have no idea. But antique furniture and candlesticks, you guys. So maybe I shouldn't blame my husband for his like video games and DVDs, because I have issues too. So they're my weakness. Look how pretty those curls are, and they're so shiny. You guys see that? So, so, so shiny. Love, love. There's so many good features on this. If you don't have the lake clip, you guys, there's so many good features that make it better than just honestly any curling iron that I've ever used. So the really long salon quality cord, that's just kind of, Lange is kind of known for. Amazing. The 360 cord that Lange is known for, amazing. Your cord doesn't get all tangled and like in a knot, especially when you're curling. That's definitely something that can happen. It also has auto shut off. It also has that smart technology that when you shut it off and turn it back on, it goes to your last used temperature. That cool tip at the end, like so many things. It's like a smart curling iron. Love it. Love it, love it. All right, this is what we got so far, you guys. We'll keep her going. Thanks, you guys, everyone that's liking and commenting and sharing. We are working our way to a winner to win a lake curl of your choice. Speaking of, let me show you the size difference once I get this hair under control here. Let me show you the size difference between a 25 millimeter and a 32. You guys are too funny. Okay, let me grab beautiful packaging, gorgeous. So I'm using the 32, I'm using the larger of the two sizes. This is, well, let me just show you what this will look like when you get it. So this is the blush. You can get blush or black. And then this is the 25. So I will take it out and show you the size difference in the barrels. Okay. So I do have a video on my page. I'm wearing a black long sleeve shirt. If you scroll back under my video section, I'm wearing a black long sleeve shirt and I'm doing a tutorial with the lake clip 25 millimeter, which is the smaller. So if you want to see what that one looks like, that's a great place to head to check that out, or just send me a message, you guys, and I can like DM you the direct link to it if you don't want to go searching. I'm happy to do that so you can see it. So just shoot me a message if that's the case, and I can send you that so you can kind of see the difference. But overall, obviously the 25 millimeter is a smaller barrel. You're going to get tighter curls. I do recommend it if you have like collarbone or shorter. I would just go with the smaller barrel because you're going to get more curls around the barrel. You're going to get more curl, more bang for your buck with that one if you have short hair. If you have longer hair, you can really go with either. It's just kind of dependent on which type of curl you prefer. Okay, usually I can tell what's been curled and what hasn't, but in my phone screen, I'm struggling. Okay, I think I got it all. That looks all curled. So grab all of the straight pieces and I brush through. We've already split it down the middle, down the back. Donna, the one I'm using is the 32 millimeter, and I'm using color blush, but it also comes in black. This is the 32. So let's do our other technique where you would just clip it at the bottom. Clip it at the bottom of the strand, and then you would just zip it on the way up, all the way up to your root. And then press the clamp to let go. Pull that barrel all the way straight down out of the curl to not mess up the curl pattern. Sometimes if you pull it out in a wonky way, it can like invert the curl. Funny. So, yes. Yep, Angela says she has a little bit longer hair and she prefers the smaller one. Yes, definitely. Especially if your hair is hard to curl too, or like hard to hold a curl. The smaller one's a great idea because you'll get more wear out of it. Those curls will last longer. So I agree, I have both and I love both. But do you guys see how that technique where we start at the bottom, you're gonna get the majority of the curl at the bottom. So the weight of the curl is here and it's a lot softer at the top here versus like, so this curl was done that other way that we just talked about. That one is more consistent throughout. This one is bottom heavy. So it just kind of depends. That like bottom heavy curl, the one we're doing right now, I always call that like the pageant curl, especially when you brush it out. If I were to have done all my hair that way, the like heavy curl at the bottom always just reminds me of pageant hair, which is 100% a compliment. It's just, that's just what it looks like to me. So there's just a few different ways, which I love, like same tool and different ways to actually utilize it and curl your hair to get different types of results. I think is so nice, so versatile. So again, just a heavier curl at the bottom. So we've been alternating every layer with those two different techniques. There's other techniques you can do too. Like one of the techniques you could do is you could clip it holding the barrel down. You could clip and then you could use it as a wand and you can spin your hair around. So I'll do this on the front piece on the other side too, just so we have some consistency. So you can clip it at the top, but you're pointing the barrel downward. And do you see how that gives you like a wand curl? You know how I was saying that wand curls are a little bit different than curling iron curls? They're like longer and more beachy wavy. You could do that. So that's 3. So we've covered all of our bases today. I keep missing everyone's comments. So if you guys asked me a question, please ask it again. Definitely not ignoring comments. Team curling iron, yes. Yeah, I like both too, but a curling iron I just feel like is quicker. I don't know if it's like its usability I think is a lot easier. So it's just a little bit quicker in my opinion. All right, so we'll do that pageant curl. Clip at the bottom and wind it all the way up. I guess another important thing to note about that is when you clip it at the base, you want to clip it towards the clamp, towards that little like thumb handle, so that your hair has space to twist and curl up. So I'll show you what I mean. This is another little tip. Thank you, Donna. So if you clip at the bottom, make sure that you're not clipping up here at the top of the barrel. Bring that hair down to the base towards where your finger and the clamp is and close. And then that way while you're twisting, you see how your hair has all that space on the barrel to twist and curl up. That'll just make it a little bit easier to kind of spread that hair out on the barrel. And then when you're ready to release, so hold for a few seconds, when you're ready to release, grab the little clamp and you're gonna pull straight down so that you don't mess up any of that curl. Okay, I do about an inch section at a time. If you want tighter curls, you can use smaller, more delicate sections, because that way it's going to heat up those hairs a little bit faster. There's less to heat up. Or if you want softer curls, you can take bigger sections and you'll get that like really dreamy kind of romantic soft curl. I have a little, if you guys don't have a little curling base or a little heat protectant mat, it's amazing. Highly recommend. And then is there any products you guys have questions about? I have a whole caddy here. Oh, I keep this on my shelf. It's a little spin caddy. It doesn't spin in my hands, but it does when it's sitting on something. I have all sorts of things. If you have any product questions or like curious how to use anything, you let me know. I'm here for you. Actually, I don't want to forget that I did that wand type curl on that front section. So try to remind myself. We have one more curl to go, and then I'll do that wand curl again, then I can show you guys. Hold for a couple seconds. Pull straight down, and you got the best curls ever. Okay, let's do that wand curl again. So what you would do is you would hold your curling iron so it's pointing down. It's so hard to do in my phone screen, but pointing down, clamp it at your root, and then you twist the rest of the hair around the barrel. Like backwards in my camera, in my little phone screen. So it's a miracle we're getting all this to work today. Okay, so see how that's an elongated curl? That one is especially. These two front ones. There we go. Those two were done in the style of a wand. I cannot do the pointing down curls. That one, it will take just a little bit of practice. Wear a heat glove while you're learning that one, so you don't burn your fingers. I have a mirror over here that I'm just going to use quick to make sure I get a nice part down the middle. You can see that my scalp got a little sunburnt from our lake walk yesterday. All right, so same, we're at the very top, but I'm still splitting it down the back and pulling it over my left and my right shoulder so that I don't miss any pieces at all. Look at this lion's mane that we have going on. So I'm not gonna brush anything out until the very end, which I'll show you guys once we get there. We're getting close. And I rock these curls for days. So follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna show you guys, I'll show you, this is obviously day 1 curls, and I will document day 2, day 3, day 4. So on my Instagram story, it's the same name, Ashley is Basically Blonde. Follow me on Instagram and I will show you how these curls wear with 0 touch-ups or maybe minimal touch-ups by day 4. And then all the different types of styles I always do with it. So sometimes I'll put braids, twists, all different things. So lots of hair inspo on there. Make sure to follow me over there. You can always shoot me a message if you have any questions about anything. You need a link to something, feel free to shoot me a message. I'm happy to help in any way that I can. So we'll go back to the salon curl, as I call it. It looks like we're doing a giveaway. Good luck to everyone. You guys, once you win, you're gonna pick the color and the size that you want. The color and the size, and you're gonna email Lange. They will not contact you, you email them. If anyone is contacting you, that is a scam. So don't fall for it, please. you're gonna email Lange and they'll tell you all the things, what to do. And then you're gonna pick your size and color. This is the 32 that I'm working with today, but I have both, I love both. The 25 millimeter just gives you tighter curls. This is gonna give, especially when I brush it out, it's gonna give really like soft romantic curls. Yay, April Lunsford, you are the winner. Congrats, April. So you're gonna shoot that email to giveaway@langehair.com. April, so excited for you, girl. You're gonna love it. And you guys, if you do want to ever try this tool or anything I talked about today, that exclusive link is pinned in the comments of this video. You're going to see the code to enter at the checkout, and you're going to save up to 70% off through that exclusive link. That is my personal sale link for you. Yes, congrats, April. We love a giveaway. So much fun. So much fun. So I'm doing that salon curl right now where I feed the tail through the barrel, and I always make sure to twist up so that that curl is right at my root. I feel like that's one of the most important parts to styling and getting curls with lots of volume, is I think people forget or don't know to always twist back up at the root so that that heat and that curl is getting set really close to your head. So you just twist as tight as you can get it close to your scalp. That it's not hot or burning or anything like that. It shouldn't be that close, but every time I let the tail in with the clamp, I always twist back up to my head so it's nice and tight. I'm gonna get these perfect spiral curls. Yay, April! So exciting. And then right around my face, these very face framing ones, I'm gonna just do a loose curl as if this was a wand. Not even clamping it, but I'm just gonna twist it around the barrel with my hand because I don't like a real tight curl right at my face. So I'll show you that on the same side, but again, so we got 4 ways now that you can use this curling iron to get 4 different types of curls. So fun, April, I love that. What a good way to start your week, honestly. That is awesome. All right, so this is our last section, you guys. I'm just going through with the sienna brush. This is also from Lange. It's my favorite hairbrush ever. For whatever reason, I think I've had this for like, this one, I have 2, but I've had this one for like 5 years. I love it. My other one is like an OG from when Lange first launched. It's like 7 years old. I still have that one in my bathroom. So these are amazing. Love. So the link that I posted, that's also good for hair accessories, brushes, hair masks, hair care. It's all the same code. So you can kind of add whatever to your cart, and then you just use one code and it'll discount everything, which is nice. Sometimes codes are just on specific products, but this one is for site-wide. And if you are stocking up, you guys, I always like to mention in all of my tutorial videos and just remind you of Afterpay. So that's a great way too. If you guys haven't used Afterpay, it's just an option at the checkout for splitting your payment up into 4 payments. They're interest-free payments. You make your first payment, they ship out the products to you, and then you make your last 3 payments. But it's nice, it just spreads it out. Spreads out those payments, no extra cost. but definitely nice, especially if you're gifting or stocking up. I have some people who message me and they're like, I need a full bathroom refresh. Like, I've had my hair tools since the 90s. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it's time. It's time. So I've had people say that and they're like, tell me everything I need. And then obviously that Afterpay option is such a nice feature. We're almost done. I'm gonna do a couple styling products at the end. So if there's anything you guys wanna see or you love as far as Lange products, let me know. I can incorporate that into our styling at the very end. Otherwise, I'll pick some of my favorite goodies. Some of my favorite products from Lange. Oh my gosh, I love that curl. That was a cute curl. Some of my favorite products from Lange include their hair oils. So I love the Satin Nectar Nourishing Gloss. Love. Let's see if I have it here in my bathroom. Yes, but it's almost gone. Proof of my love for it. It's down to here. So I need to restock. Satin Nectar Nourishing Gloss, I use at my ends. If you have colored hair, like mine is clearly bleached, if you color your hair, lighten your hair, have a little bit damage to your ends, have dry hair, grab one of their oils. They smell divine, and they're gonna help with that breakage at the end, at your ends. And then another oil I like is the Menage Marula oil. This one right here. It's in like the amber colored bottle. And that one smells incredible as well. I always hear that the Satin Nectar Nourishing Gloss smells like Fruity Pebbles. I like kind of smell, like I kind of agree, but I kind of don't think so, but I think that's funny. So, Fruity Pebbles is what I always hear for that one. This one smells like a vacation spa. Goodness. Divine. And there's some good masks. I have my my violet purple toning mask and purple toning shampoo in my shower, but I use those once a week. So again, if you're blonde and you're not using a toning shampoo or mask, I'm gonna highly, 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 highly recommend that to you, because it's gonna take the brassy warmth out of your hair and it's gonna leave you with this more champagne color. So kind of that sandy, cool toned, kind of more champagne blonde. So I'm gonna highly recommend their violet, either shampoo or mask, either one. So I'm just using this one as a wand and I'm pointing the barrel downward, and then I just twisted that piece, just that front section. Like my little bangs are kind of short, or shorter, as you can see, like chin length. There we go, chin length. So I don't want those to be super, super Shirley Temple tight. So we just do that around the face. Okay, so we're letting this cool just a little bit, but look at all of that volume before we brush. Again, this is 32, 2 different sizes and 2 different color options for you. If you do want to snag it today, you'll just want to decide which one of those you want. And I don't think I saw a request for any specific products, so let's go with, I think I'm gonna go, let's go with these 2. I'll do my Sultan Sea for a hold, and then I'll do my Satin Nectar just for some nourishment at my ends. Thank you, Shelly. All of the volume. So let's brush on this side. When you brush, you can use a paddle brush, you can use a wide-toothed comb, you can use your fingers. But what you're doing is you're just breaking up those curls and letting them kind of join their neighbor. Especially when you curl all in the same direction, you're gonna get these curls to kind of start to lay with each other. Look at that. Look at the shine on this bleached hair of mine. That right there. So, unseparated, separated, soft, big, romantic curls that'll last me for at least 4 days. At least 4. I promise you. Follow me on Instagram. I will give you an update. At least 4. So I think my other side is cool enough. Yeah, we'll just brush. So I use the paddle brush, and it might seem scary, like it seems like maybe they're like getting brushed out completely and you're losing your curl, but I promise you after a second and you start to just kind of like mold them, they pop right back. They have muscle memory. So those curls do not disappear, I promise. And they kind of pop right back into place. We'll use our Salt and Sea. It's a texturizing spray. So people tell me that they'll use this before styling too if they have really stubborn hair. I use it as a finisher. So spritz, look at that volume. If I really wanted, spritz and scrunch with your fingers. Spritz and scrunch. And if you ever want to be a little bit more precise on your product placement, you could always spritz in your hand first and then put it to kind of the exact place you want. Like if you want it around your face, some extra hold at the ends, that's always an option with the oils or with the Salt and Sea. You could do it with your hands and be a little bit more accurate with the placement. Okay, so Salt and Sea is on. Let's put a little bit, my last little bit of satin nectar. I like to put this on my ends. Delish. Okay, just through the ends. So much volume. I love, love, love the lay clip. It is so good, you guys. Curls for days, literally. So thank you guys so much. I had the best time. Congrats to April, our winner for the giveaway. That was a tutorial with the lay clip. Send me a message if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your week. Bye.